Earlier this season, the Bremerton Knights snapped a 20-game losing streak to the North Kitsap Vikings, blowing away their nemesis 91-22. The Knights will lean on sophomore Jaden Davis, who scored his 1,000th point last Friday in a win against Squim, which propelled the Knights to first place in the Olympic League. Can the Knights stay on top of the Olympic League standings, or will the Vikings knock the Knights off their perch? Find out next. It's the 6-1 Knights and the 3-4 Vikings as the action starts now. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Paulsville, Washington, North Kitsap High School. It is the Bremerton Knights invading the gymnasium here at North Kitsap High School. And, well, the Bremerton Knights, they dismantled the North Kitsap Vikings up in Bremerton 91-22. And that subsequently, that game went into a running clock in the fourth quarter as the Bremerton Knights ran away with that one. Do I have to move up here to get...
I'll try sliding down.
Jim Fortune on the microphone. As we're time running down, but I was talking to Shaw Humphrey, the head coach of the North Kitsap Vikings, earlier tonight down courtside, and he. I was talking about what he had learned through so far in his first coaching take, as he took over for Scott Orness, so he could follow his son Cade Orness with the Gonzaga Bulldogs, and. He said the learning process for him as a coach, Jim, was where he is learning the coaches, learning his staff. And that was one learning curve he had, of course, the first-year head coach. And, of course, I asked him about the players, Jim, the players that he's coaching now, how they compared with when he was a player. And he said the players that are the upcoming players and the players he has now, to some degree, are a little soft. He's not sure if that was because of the pandemic or what, but he says everything a lot have changed with the players, and it doesn't mean it's just with North Kitsap. It could be spread around all over the Olympic League as we get ready for the national anthem in a matter of moments.
But a basketball team, spending much time, you spend so much time together, it's like family. So it's like Davis, his players are a representation of himself. So in a sense, you can blame it on the players, but his players are a representation of him because he's the father of the team.
Let's listen into the national anthem. All right, there we go. The national anthem by the North Kitsap marching band. And one of the better renditions from a band we've heard so far this year, Jim. Got to admit.
And not very big, too. They're taking up a very small section of the, it's almost like that's a jazz band. That's about jazz band size.
Yeah, I noticed that. Taking up limited space, but they put out a big noise for that small band as we get ready for the national anthem. Of course, they had to read out the do's and don'ts. Everybody does around in the Olympic League. When I filled in down at Olympic High School, I had to read them. And matter of fact, I had a copy that I had laminated that Nate Andrews had given me. I saved that just for those occasions when I show up. So when I got done doing the public address at Olympic High School, I went up to go do a post-game interview. Somebody jacked my do's and don't list, so I have to have Nate to get me another way when I fill in.
No, and I'm glad they did, because I hated it when you'd read the do's and don'ts in the car on the way to the game.
That's right. And I was saying, it was just wasn't for the game. It was telling you what to do and what not to do.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I was glad that I paid that kid to come jack those.
Well played, sir. Well, the Bremerton Knights having their lineups introduced. It's going to be the 6'1" sophomore Enoch Taylor. It's going to be the 6'1" sophomore Aaron Matthews. going to be the 6'3" senior, Dallin Anderson. Going to be the 6'1" sophomore, junior Davis McOrder. And it's going to be the 6'3" sophomore, Jaden Davis. And he starts for the Bremerton Knights. And if you look around, there's only one senior starting for the Bremerton Knights and a bunch of sophomores that are really learning on the run, Jim.
There's no, well, yeah, Dale Anderson senior. I was mentioning there's no Frank Allen over there on the bench.
You can read into that what you want. I don't know, but Frank Allen isn't here. So as we mentioned in the pregame, some internal things going on with the Bremerton Knights and some things we do not know anything about. So here's the starting lineup for the North Kitsap Vikings. Going to be Jonas Funston, a 5'5" senior. Going to be the 6-foot senior guard, Preston Keene. Is going to be the 6-foot senior Jordan Williams. Going to be the 6-foot senior Leland Anderson. And the 6'3" junior Jackson Korsak. Getting the start for first-year head coach Shaw Humphrey. And of course, Maya Davis heads off to head coaching for the Bremerton Knights. And I forget, Jim, how many years now Maya Davis has been the head coach for the Bremerton Knights now. I know you know.
Just about 10 years.
Yep, I figured it'd be a long time because he took over 4.
Well, because if you look at it, he went 10 years with North Kitsap beating him. Mm-hmm. Remember, he lost 20 straight times, and they play North Kitsap twice a year.
Yeah,
so.
there you go, yep.
He took over for, that's a good question. Are we getting old?
Well, it was Darren Bowden, and then there was somebody else, and I can't.
It was Bowden. He took over for Bowden.
I thought Bowden had somebody else take over for him.
No, not that I recall.
All right, so so we'll say he took over for Darren Bowden. I mean, he was here, and now Maya Davis done a good job.
Because
and it shows with especially like a player coming in like Maya Davis, you have to get the right players come in and want to play basketball, and he has done that, including his own son.
That too,
Jaylen
but
Davis.
He's been coaching these guys since they were in 5th grade in Pee Wees. So he developed this program. That's like any program. That's what Ornis did. Ornis didn't magically win 10 years in a row the Olympic League. He started the drive program at Bainbridge and brought it up here. North Kitsap has no Pee Wee program because the drive has pretty much shut it down. So you've got to build your program, and as he's shown with Davis, and that's why I'm not buying in necessarily to what Humphrey was saying. You got to build the attitude of the players. Okay,
here we go. Jalen Davis is going to tip it up, and it's going to be controlled by the Bremerton Knights, and they'll be going from our right to our left. The quarter with it gets to a stop. Matthews, far side of the floor. You're hounded by the defensive Funston. Far side of the floor to McWhorter. Inside to Jaden Davis. Uses the window too strong. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. Rolls off the top of the cylinder in the rim. Ball balling around. Lands in the hand of Taylor. Drives in. Can't get that one to drop down. And a rebound pulled down by the Vikings. Leland Anderson. And he has fouled. A loose ball foul goes against the Bremerton Knights here early. Knights having trouble getting that rock to go down the cylinder in their first offensive possession. But 3 offensive rebounds to boot in their efforts. 7:25 to go. Just getting underway here in the first quarter play here for North Kitsap High School.
Bremerton in their patented 1-3-1 defense with Davis up top.
Keene gets it inside. Ball's kicked loose. Far corner. Shot off the mark by Korsak. Matthews, who's speed in the front court. Serves it up to Taylor on the run. Nice feed by Matthews, finding Enoch Taylor. Precision vision by Matthews to find Taylor on the baseline. 2-0 Knights.
I was just going to say, North's got to get back a lot quicker than that.
Good Kitsap. Nice feed inside to Korsak. Spins it off the window, and then nice reverse by Jackson Korsak. Look what I found.
I know he put the shot up, but I think there's a lot of luck went into that one.
First tie of the game.
That's some trouble.
And then an offensive rebound again, and a jump ball. And it's going to go North Kitsap's way. So North Kitsap's come to play tonight, Jim. And
they got embarrassed when they came to Bremerton last time.
Well, they made some adjustments, too. They're taking their time moving the ball up and down the floor. They're not going to play that game with Bremerton twice.
No. If you're going to beat Bremerton, you got to control the tempo. Not that I want to see Bremerton get beat.
Korsak far side of the floor. Get it to Williams. Inside to Keene. Back out to Korsak for 3. Won't drop. springing up and yanking down the rebound is Matthews for the Knights. Feeds one hand to Anderson. Back out to Matthews. Has trouble controlling the ball against the defense of Funston. Spins into the lane and fires from 8 feet off the mark. Rebound by the Knights. Driving in. And scoring is Junior Davis McWhorter, but an offensive foul on McWhorter. Wiped the basket away. Will not count.
Fouls on the Knights. Number 5, Junior Davis McWhorter.
So Junior Davis McWhorter gets the Knights here early, their second team foul. We're tied at 2. Backcourt pressure shown by the Knights.
See, this is where North gets tested, is can they handle the full court pressure of Bremerton? And it's not just the pressure, it's the speed of Bremerton at the same time.
Keene, handled by Matthews. Trying to get it to Korsak. Nice pass to do so. Out to Keene, or to Funston rather. Cross-court pass near side to Keene. Cut off there by the trapping defense on top of the circle of the Knights. Swings it over to the baseline. Raising up and hitting is Preston Keene for 3. 5-2. Vikings on top, their biggest lead. Underneath, going up with and getting the block for North Kitsap was Preston Keene. Possession arrow will stay forward to Bremerton Knights. North Kitsap's fired up.
Well, there's something I have noticed. Humphreys is a lot more animated than we saw him in the first time. He's in there with his team. He's the 6th man.
Raising up from 16, leaving it short was McWhorter. And there's Anderson with the rebound for the Vikings, who lead by 3. Trying to upset the Knights here on a Friday night here in North Kitsap.
Bremerton shifted back to a 2-3 defense.
Korsak underneath. Wherever it heck, his hands are ripping away at the basketball. Finally goes off and Knight and out of bounds.
Yeah, Bremerton's doing exactly what they want to do against North in a sense they're making North play the game faster than they want to.
Vikings will inbounds on the baseline. Keene will inbounds. Gets it into Funston out on top. Funston all 5-5 of him. Feeds it near side to Keene. Back out on top. To work the battle around. Back out on top to Williams for 3. In and out. Here's a Taylor with the rebound. Racing out of backcourt. Skids to a stop. Hands off to Davis. Near elbow. Raises up for 3. Back iron no good. Gets knocked down. No foul call. Rebound by Anderson for the Vikings. Feeds ahead. Far side to floor. Korsak again. Feeds on the baseline to Funston. Back out on top to Williams. Near side to Keene. Back out on top to Funston. They play catch. Into back to Korsak. Double team. Picks it out near side. Good defense by the Knights. Cross-court pass off Jaden Davis's hands. Driving in and drawing the offensive foul for North Kitsap was Jordan Williams. Clinging into Dallin Anderson, drawing the offensive charge.
North's going to come up with a little bit of full court pressure. They're pressuring the pressure Matthews full court. Going to see if, but I don't think this is a smart move for them. I mean, what they're trying to do is just slow Bremerton down.
Taylor out on top, feeds it on far side to Matthews. Swings it to
Junior McWhorter.
To McWhorter from the baseline. He was working the baseline. Shot went up in the far corner. Won't drop down. Knights still with only 2 points here in the first half. Long 3. Air ball served up that time by Keene. Goes out of bounds. Bremerton Knights basketball off to our right. And a little official timeout. Why a Viking will relace the laces. Because Anderson will get them all securely tied. And
you tell my players, super glue. That'll take care of the problem. I'll never come untied.
Get the slip-ons. Here's Matthews. Spins away from the defense of Funston. The Skechers slip-ons. Davis near angle. Tries baseline off the pick from Taylor. Teardrop runner. Gets it to drop down. First 2 for Jaden Davis. Closes the gap. 5-4 and Vikings on top. And Vikings out of control. Lead on Anderson on the baseline. Loses the ball out of bounds.
Yeah,
Knights basketball.
A little help from Enoch Taylor there. He got a few fingers in there to push the ball.
Matthews. And the Knights trailing at 5-4. 3:09 to go here in the first. Good defense by the Vikings. Driving baseline. Davis. Teardrop runner hits the side of the rim and drops down. 4 points now for Jaden Davis. Knights have recaptured the lead at 6-5. 2:50 to go here in the first. Nice move inside. Gets it to drop down is Jordan Williams. First two for Williams. And Jadis Davis comes back the other way and scores. Flip-flop we go. And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. 8-7 Vikings here early, Jim.
No, and it's
8-7 Bremerton, I should say.
No, North has obviously come prepared for it, but the point being is, Kevin, they've shown everything that they've got, and they're barely staying in the game. Bremerton's been having dismal shooting, partly because of North's defense. Defense is very, very active, but Bremerton hasn't even got firing yet. So I do give North the credit for coming in and being better prepared than they were the first time.
As both teams huddling up on the right side, Bremerton, Vikings on the left. And the legend, of course, last Tuesday talking to the legend Rick Walker after Jalen Davis scored his 1,000th point. Talking about a legend here for the Vikings, Jim Harney, down there still coaching here on the sidelines for the North Kitsap Vikings.
Yep. You think about it, Rick Walker played in this gym. This gym is that old. He didn't play in the Bremerton gym.
All right, here he comes. Vikings start things off here. 2:30 to go. Williams with it. Hands off to Keene. Williams with it, still spitting in. Good defense by Jalen Davis. Someone causes the turnovers. Flings it near side for Korsak. Elevates and hits the triple. 10-8. Vikings on top. Matthews with it, far side of the floor. Good defense on him by Funston. Out on top to Anderson. Feeds it off to Jalen Davis on the far elbow. Driving him in against the defense. Elevates and gets fouled on the play by Jordan Williams.
Jordan seems to be on a mission. He's trying. He's a senior. He's trying to prove that, and I can see his effort on the floor that he's better than the great Jalen Davis. So it's a good battle right now. But Williams is really exhausted. You can see him on the floor, and Jalen's kind of barely started going.
First free throw by Jalen Davis hits the free throw. He's got 7 here early, and pulls the Knights a little closer, 10-9. As coming in for the Bremerton Knights, Jaden Turner, who had a good game last Tuesday, will step in, and Aaron Matthews will step out for the Knights. They're back into 2 for Jalen Davis. He'll bend, flex, release, and roll in the free throw. He's got 8 here early.
No, Turner's a nice addition to Bremerton, although he's a freshman, because he can play as a point guard and he can play as a shooting guard, where he's susceptible. Defensively, they say that he's not that great.
Korsak near angle off the mark. We had a loose ball foul underneath, going to go against the Bremerton Knights.
Yeah, they say that Joe Guerrero is saying that Anderson pushed to get that rebound. That's part of rebounding. You got to get in there and push and bang and do whatever you can to get the ball.
2 ties, 40 changes here early in the first half. First quarter, I should say, 1:37 to go. Vikings will inbounds. Right now hanging with the Bremerton Knights. So feed it inside, far side, out on top to Jonas Funston. The Keene goes in, flips it up underhand style. Korsak will try to go battle for the rebound. Loose ball on the floor. Viking pushes Mert Porter out of the way, and then it's going to stay with the Vikings instead. And checking in is the 6'10 freshman JBN coming in for the Bremerton Knights. Anderson, the senior, will step out.
I got a feeling we're going to see a lot more of Big J now that Allen's out. So it might be a while before Allen's back.
Feed it inside. And springing up and scoring was Jordan Williams. He's got 4. Knights off the mark.
That's a freshman connection right there. Turner with the 3. Big J pulling it down and putting it back off the glass.
First 2 for Bean, and we have another tie. Here in the first half, with under a minute to go, we're tied at 12. Going in, leaving it short of the front rim was Williams. Knights with a rebound. Tater slings it to Jaden Davis on the run. Elevates and scores on the far baseline. He is fouled in the play. Jaden Davis will go to the free throw line for the whack and the 1. gives the Knights back to lead 14-12 with 48.4 seconds to go, and Jalen Davis will go to the free throw line to shoot one to try to complete the three-point play.
Yep.
Free throw by Jaden Davis, and the Vikings didn't know it was a three-point play. They're still standing at the free throw line.
Yeah, but the Knights are starting to move, so the North is getting a little bit confused.
15-12 Knights here in the first.
Bremerton back in a 2-3. Turner and Junior McWhorter up top. Yeah, you're going to go in against the 6'10", dude. It's not going to work, dude.
Okay, no battle for the ball and be a jump ball in the possession. Now will go to the Bremerton Knights. Inside was Anderson battling with Bean and McWhorter inside. Finally gets tied up, and the possession arrow points towards Bremerton Knights off the jump ball.
Aaron Matthews back in for McWhorter.
Matthews will work against the defense. Funston in the front court. Funston, the pesky little bug, flips it near side to Turner. Elevates and can't drop down. Bringing up is Williams to pull down the rebound. Hands off to Keene in the front court. He'll play for the final shot to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Korsak with it. 3, 2, launches one, and swirls it in for the triple to win the first quarter of play. We're through one quarter of play.
Just kind of threw it.
Korsak hits a 6-point, both threes, and then the second one ties things up at the end of the first. 8 minutes on the clock. We'll be back. You're listening to Bremerton Knights basketball on your Bremerton Basketball Broadcasting Network.
Well, howdy. Welcome back to Bremerton 76. Your usual, honey? A large biscuits and gravy? No, wait, maybe a breakfast burrito? Oh, you want a sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich. Which one are you going to have today, darling? The bagel, croissant, English muffin, or biscuit? A breakfast burrito too, sugar? You must be hungry. And a large cup of coffee? Oh, you be careful now. Here at Bremerton 76, it's always hot. Oh, how about a brownie for later? You know we make them fresh. Thank you, baby. We'll see you later for lunch here at our deli. We have those burgers you love with all the fixings and our special sauce. Bye now. Y'all come back now to Bremerton 76. You know where to find us, honey. Right here on the corner of Rideout Road and Wheaton Way in East Bremerton.
All right, welcome back to Paulsville, Washington, North Kitsap High School, home of the Vikings. And guess what? We got a game, man. 15-all to start things off here in the second quarter of play. $15-all. And the Vikings will start things with the ball going from our left to our right to start things off here in the second quarter. Here's Funston to Keene. Into Korsak for 14-footer. Gets the fine bounce and drops down. Korsak now, he's got 10, 17, 15. And a traveling violation on the Bremerton Knights. Turn the basketball over. So it's a eerie start to this game, similar to the Bainbridge Island game. Vikings on top by 2, hanging around with the Bremerton Knights, who get dusted 91-22 on Bremerton. Here's Jackson. Korsak elevates and hits his third triple of the night.
He's hot right now.
20-15, the biggest lead for North Kitsap at 5. And Jaden Davis will drop in and get it to go down. Elon Asher will track down the rebound. Keene with it, slowing the pace down. Out in front. The word is out on Bremerton. Here's Korsak wide open for 3. Got it. Jackson Korsak, the ripple and the triple, drains the shot. And the Knights going to use a timeout as the North Kitsap Vikings have opened up an 8-point lead with 6:37 to go here in the second quarter of play. With a timeout, we will step aside as well. You're listening to Bremerton Knights basketball on your Bremerton Basketball Broadcasting Network.
When you find yourself in need of insurance, You ask yourself, where do I go? Who's the best? Who's the most affordable? If this is you, your questions have been answered. H&K Insurance. H&K Insurance is an independent insurance agency specializing in customized policies. They represent a variety of different insurance companies who offer comprehensive packages at affordable prices, like Kemper, Travelers, and Pemco. H&K Insurance has 3 locations, Silverdale, Port Orchard, and in Bremerton. To see how H&K Insurance can assist you, call 360-377-7645. H&K Insurance, we're here for you.
All right, so the North Kitsap Vikings have exploded for an 8-0 run to start things off here in the second quarter of play. Needed 23-15. Maya Davis prompts a timeout. If you're Maya Davis, Jim, what are you talking about in that huddle over there?
Winning the basketball game.
More insights coming soon from my commentator, Jim Fortune. Yeah, well, obviously they have to talk about what the North Kitsap Vikings are doing is slowing the game down.
They are slowing the game down, but what they're doing is they're screening the bottom. Bremerton's in a 2-3 defense, and they're screening the bottom corner here, which is allowing Korzak to get open for 3-point shots. So they got to get around. They got to get around that screen.
Nice little inbound. Jerry Matthews with it. Good defense on him by Funston. Near side to McWhorter. Good defense by the Vikings. Bean will pick the ball up top of the floor. Now lands in the hands of Dalen Davis. Keen on him. Feeds the far side to Anderson. Sets his feet and fires for 3. Swirls in and out. No good. Anderson will yank down the rebound for the Vikings. Korsak. Far side for 3. Got it. Jackson Korsak gives the Vikings
He's hot right now.
An 11-point lead at the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. And there's Junior McWhorter elevating and hitting the shot. Stops the bleeding momentarily. 26-17. Vikings on top.
Yeah, Bremerton adjusted. They've gone back to man-to-man. Before they were playing that 2-3, and they were screening the bottom man so Korzak could get a shot off. So
punts into Korsak, fires. Good defense on him by David Davis.
Yeah,
it caused him to miss that shot. Feed inside to Anderson, and there's Leland Anderson. The jump in front of Dallin Anderson to jab the ball out of play. Possession will stay with the Bremerton Knights. Matthews will inbounds. .5:30 to go here in the second quarter. Inbounds to Davis. He'll spring up a short range and hit Jaden Davis. Narrows the gap down to 6. 26-19, a steal by Behan. Feeds it ahead to McWhorter. He'll go up and he's going to go off the defensive Funston and out of bounds. A good defense by the Vikings. Behan will go out. Enoch Gator will check in. Good job by the big man, the freshman, inside to Davis. He gets fouled as he goes out. Maybe Korsak whistle for the foul. Nope. Going to go against Preston Keene for the North Kitsap Vikings. Jalen Davis will go to the free throw line. A good free throw shooter for the Bremerton Knights. 5:13 to go, second quarter. And the Vikings lead by 7. Free throw by Davis. Hits the heel of the back iron and bounds right back to him.
Yeah, having Frank Allen gone, you can obviously see it's affecting the Knights.
So Keene. Davis with the free throw. Rolls out and then goes back in. 26-20 with 5:09 to go. Vikings with the bounce ball going left to right. Leland Anderson with it. Drives baseline right. Good defense on him by McWhorter. Feed back out to Keene. Converging on him is Jalen Davis defensively, and then finally jabs it out of bounds. Good defense by Jalen Davis.
But you saw something smart there on Davis. If you were watching, he was using the sideline as that extra defender to help him.
Here's a steal by Davis. He'll look and see if there's anybody behind him and lays it up and in. 26-22. Again, Jaden Davis single-handedly bringing the Knights back in it. Hands off to Funston. John Humphrey will call a timeout. With 4:41 to go here in the second quarter. The Knights are rallying here at North Kitsap. It is the Vikings 26 and the Bremerton Knights 22.
Did you know PC Parts and Service is Kitsap's #1 Apple and PC specialist? Did you know PC Parts and Service offers world-class repairs on your desktop, laptop, Apple, all-in-one, and gaming systems? Did you know PC Parts and Service has the widest selection of computer parts and accessories in Kitsap County? Did you know PC Parts and Service offers same-day or next-day repair service on all computers? Did you know PC Parts and Service offers malware and virus removal with flat fees for in-store labor? Now you do. PC Parts and Service, 1210 Sylvan Way. For inquiries, call 360-373-0424.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. Came back with Jim Portu and 26-22. Vikings on top. That's right, Vikings on top. 4:41 to go. And a nice crowd has filtered into Paulsbo here to head to North Kitsap High School to watch the game as the regular crowd shuffles in on a Friday night to watch some high school basketball.
And North Kitsap doing a good job of controlling the tempo. Bremerton's only scored 22 points, which is usually and we're halfway through the second quarter. That's normally what Bremerton scores in the first quarter.
And again, if you're wondering what the Vikings have done, they are doing just like Bamers did, controlling the tempo. Best they can. Anderson dumps in the court, hounded by Anderson. Feeds it out front side for the corner for three. Got it. Kaboom! Just to the wagon. Hits the triple. 29-22. Back up to a 7-point lead. Inside, off the mark. Davis with the rebound. Feeds it out to McCorder. On top to Matthews. Finally gets it to Jalen Davis and working on the near wing. Anderson is fouled. Non-shooting foul. Going to go against Anderson for the North Kitsap Vikings. 4:01 to go. 7-point lead for North Kitsap. Here in the second quarter, Matthews one bounds off to her left on the baseline. Looking to get it into Jalen Davis. Feeds it inside. Ball knocked away momentarily, but re-corralled back in by McCorder. To Matthews. Double team. Back on top to Anderson. Wide open three. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Keene. Will settle things down. Feeds it ahead to Corsack, who's had a great first half for the North Kitsap Vikings. Keene with it. Out on top. Handed by the defense of Taylor. Drives against Taylor. Goes in. Feeds out. And again, Wagland for the three-pointer. Off the mark. No good. Long pass down to Jaden Davis. Stolen away by Funston. Then stolen away by Anderson. Flips off the window and in. Dylan Anderson is first two of the night. Comes up with a big steal. 5-point lead for the Vikings with 3:18 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, going to man-to-man's help Bremerton. North isn't getting those uncontested three-point shots anymore.
Anderson out on top. In the Corsack. Just to the left of the free throw line. Had the ball jabbed away from behind. Diving in and going up and traveling with the basketball was Preston Keene. He went up. Couldn't get the shot off and then tried to find somebody to pass the ball off to and then came down with it. Traveling violation by North Kitsap.
But you can see one of the concerns with Bremerton is that Bremerton has nobody to guard Kozak in the post. They're using Matthews right now. Kozak just got more girth, more body mass, and he's tough to guard in there.
The quarter for three, no good. The smallest man on the floor punched him with the rebound. Hands out to Kozak, driving against a good defensive of Dallin Anderson, and he wants a traveling violation. Not going to get it, and then he'll get the foul. And
nope. We got the steal by Matthews.
Or was it a traveling violation against...
Well, either way, Matthews got there and tied him up. He wasn't going anywhere, but you saw Kozak with two people on him just bodying his way to the basket, and neither one of the two Bremerton guys couldn't physically stop his movement.
So Knights trail by 5, 2.5 minutes to go here in his first half of action. Matthews drives baseline as the ball ripped away by Funston and out of bounds. Good defense by the 5'5", Jonas Funston for the North Kitsap Vikings. Good defense.
It is a very physical game tonight.
Matthews one bounce, trying to get it to Davis. Feeds right open inside as Enoch Taylor. Standing right by Korsak. Just springs up and scores his fourth point. 29-26. Knights have crept back within 3. They trailed by 7 at one point in time in this game. And they trailed by 11 at one point in time in this game. Korsak misses a shot inside, gets his own rebound. Up Banks gets the quarter off his feet, then slips underneath him and scores. Jackson Korsak. 31-26. Vikings by 5 underneath is Enoch Taylor. springs up and scores his 6-point. 31-28. Knights back within 3 under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Good game.
Oh, yeah.
Weigland, long 3 air ball. And Ellison will shield off the Vikings, and Weigland will hear it from the Bremerton Knights fans off to our right.
I got to say, that was a good-looking air ball. Looked good.
Weigland will sit down.
Yeah.
Williams will come back in. We have a foul against the North Kitsap Vikings. Will go against Preston Keene.
Yeah, he was trying to body up Jalen as he was dribbling. That's not going to work.
So the Vikings lead by 3. The Knights can come back and seeking the equalizer here, and that's over and back right there. Yeah. Jaden Turner went in the back court. Jaden Davis went in the front court, and when Jaden Turner went in the back court, he gave him the basketball over and back. Turnover by the Bremerton Knights. Whoops. Yeah, that's right. You can't do that. Jordan Williams. Here's side to Keene. Out on
Bremerton back. It's hard to tell. No, they're playing man.
Keene with it. Spins against the defensive corner. 1:15 to go here in the first half. Inside the Corsac. Left to the free throw line. Fades, fires, swirls in and out. Jalen Davis with the rebound. On the run to Dallin Anderson. Feeds to the corner to Taylor. Elevates. Leaves it short. Anderson will spring up and pull down the rebound for the Vikings. Who hands off to Jordan Williams, who brings the ball in the front court. Far side to Keene. Back on top to Williams. 52 seconds to go in the first half. Corsac elevates and can't get down with the drop down. But he was hot earlier. It's cooled off just a little bit for the Vikings. Jaden Davis coming against the defense of Keene. Feeds out for Davis Anderson for 3. No good. Corsac with the rebound for the Vikings, who lead by 3. 36 seconds to go here in the first half.
Jalen's not getting a lot of help from his teammates in the half-court defense. Speeding up and down the floor, they seem to be able to score. Once they go into half-court offense, they're struggling.
At halftime, George Edgar with the halftime stats will be joining us. Here's a 5-second violation. Just in there dribbling the basketball was Jordan Williams. Gets a 5-second violation. Served up by DJ Joe Frank. Referee DJ Joe. Knights will inbounds and a timeout call by the Bremerton Knights here with 16.5 seconds to go here in the first half to set something up for the final shot with the shot clock off. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. And we'll see what develops here in a moment. A good game here in the first half. If you would have told me before this game that the Vikings would lead the Knights by 3 with 16.5 seconds to go in the first half, I would have said you're crazy. You've been drinking. But that's not the case. The Vikings lead by 3, and nobody's been drinking here at the press table.
Well, the notice thing I've seen is Humphreys as the coach is a lot more animated than he was the first time. He's in there with his, with his players. Even in the timeout, he's really getting into them. They're playing tough. They're playing man-to-man. Bremerton right now, without Allen, you can see the difference. Anderson is not an equal substitution for him, and that's where they're hurting. They're basically and they're having to rely upon their freshman. Here's Turner in for his second stint in the first half.
Out to Davis, far side of the floor to Anderson. Just to the right of the free throw line. Out on top to Turner. Punts it on him defensively. To Taylor. Drives in. Corsac ripping away at it. It scores before the end of the first half. Enoch Taylor winds down the first half with 8. Knights at halftime. Lead or trail by 1, 31-30 to the North Kitsap Vikings. In a moment when we come back, we'll come back with George Edgar with the halftime stats. In just a moment, you're listening to Bremerton Knights basketball on your Bremerton Basketball Broadcasting Network.